ain't know it was 30. You ain't know it was 30.
Yeah, we outside. We outside.
Introduce yourself, my friend.
Yo, peace, y'all. Eli Black representing Legendary Cyphers, you know what I mean?
That's what's up. So what does this day mean to you, and how have y'all been celebrating?
Yo, this day means everything to me. We've been representing for the culture. We've been celebrating and working at the same time. I've been rapping since like 12 p.m. on August 11th. I done rapped for the Bismarck Key Justin Friend Foundation. We rocked out in front of Yankee Stadium. We did our every Friday night cycle last night. And now we here. We did a show earlier in the Bronx. Now we here just to enjoy ourselves for hip-hop, you know what I mean? Yo, there's nothing like hip-hop, bro. I say that shit forever. There's absolutely nothing like hip-hop. Nothing like hip-hop.
Thank you, brother.
You know what I mean?
Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's Born Majestic, representing Legendary Cyphers. What's good?
What's good? What's good? So what does today mean to you, and how have y'all been celebrating the past couple days?
Yo, today means a lot to me for the simple fact that, like, I grew up a lot alone, just like many other people here in New York, you know what I mean? So for me, it's like knowing, being part of a culture that I remember when people would just like shun you for it and like downplay you for it. You know, like if you I would play certain songs, and people that didn't understand what rap music was would be like, "Yo, man, turn that dumb shit off," you know, whatever. And that was back in the day. You feel me? So to go from that to now being something, I mean, just look around. You have people that from other countries are coming just to put a sticker or just to take a picture with the street sign of Sedgewick Ave. You know what I mean? Like, this means a lot to me, like, to see this, because we already know hip-hop's global, but I never would have thought, not even as a kid, would I be like, oh yeah, I can't wait to celebrate 50 years. Never think that. And here we are, look at that, 50 years of a culture that not only proved it was worthy of why it was created, but it's proven to have a longevity, and the longevity is going to continue to keep it going. And the greatest thing about hip-hop, in my opinion, is the fact that we're evolving, the fact that there's subgenres now, the fact that, you know, people have taken the culture and said, you know what, I might not rock with this one side, but it doesn't mean that I don't feel it enough to still and be influenced enough as I start venturing off and rapping about this shit, you know what I'm saying, or rapping about that. Like, it's brought out a lot of diversity in the way we speak it, you know what I'm saying? Like I know, you know, not to misquote the teacher, but, you know, like he says, hip-hop is something we live, rap is something you do. You know what I mean? And it's the truth. So with that truth, my bad for rambling, I'm just saying, like...
I appreciate it.
No, it's just that, like, I just honestly feel like it's a beautiful thing that people have taken this truth and have chosen how to dissect it and formulate it in the way that represents them the best.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And what have y'all been doing the past couple days? Like I saw y'all in Square.
Yo, Friday we had the Ill Cypher outside of Yankee Stadium, holding it down out there in the BX. That shit was fire. Like, it was real fire to do. It was really good to give an exhibition of what we do as the Legendary Cyphers. I know Majesty, if he were alive, he would have been like crazy. He'd be going crazy right now. May he rest in peace. I love him. But after that, we had the cypher that we normally do at Union Square. So that was 8 hours straight, like ciphering yesterday. It was crazy. And then today, we just finished doing something at El Maestro, right here in the Bronx. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the PSL. And, you know what I mean? Just been hanging out. Now we're here. And tomorrow's going to be a beautiful thing. Yo, shout out to Snipes for sponsoring the event. We're going to be setting off a 3-day competition in Times Square. The first day is going to consist of Legendary Cyphers. We're going to have 16 MCs. We're going to put them through a few rounds, you know what I'm saying? We're not giving no cheat codes, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's going to come, and we're going to, even though we know these people, even though we know their capability and their potential, we're going to make sure that they actually get challenged, because that's going to be it's going to be a really dope challenge, and I believe it's free. All you got to do is come out to Times Square. I would say come out Sunday, August 13th, if you can, maybe come around 2 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? I know we go on, I think, around 4, if I'm correct. I might not be, so who knows? Come early, you heard?
Word. Appreciate you, bro.
No doubt. Yo, much love, yo. My name is Born Majestic, BJORN, MAJESTIK. Shout out to Legendary Cyphers. The Legendary Cyphers could not be here today if it were not for Daniel, Majesty, Sanchez. Love you, bro.
All right, peace. And we good.
Yo, what up, man? This is Gorilla Nims, Coney Island Mayor. We live here in the Bronx at the birthplace of hip-hop. Hip-hop is everything to me. The way I walk, the way I talk, everything I do. You heard? Fuck your life. We outside.
Peace. Thank you.
This video, audio.
Both. All right, we are rolling. How you doing,
All
brother?
right, peace and blessings, peace king. This is Dr. Jaja Shakur, and I am the founder of the first hip hop business curriculum at Essex County College in Newark, New Jersey, as well as, you know, me and my partner Kurt Nice was working with KRS-One, and we helped to make sure that the gospel of hip hop spiritual text came out in 2009.
Nice. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name is Kirk Nice, originator of world's first video mixtape, Shades of Hip Hop. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all seen that joint. The Cypher, you know what I'm saying? Cannabis, Big Pun, DMX, Most Def. That Shades of Hip Hop. Go check it out. It's on YouTube. But we here, you know, hip hop has meant a way of us telling our story. That's what it's always meant to me. That's why I've been documenting hip hop since the early 90s and really the late 80s. So this has always been a way for us to really tell our authentic story the way we want it to be portrayed. Yeah?
Word, appreciate it. And for you, what does this day mean for you or its importance?
Well, this is history, you know, it's 50 years, you know, of hip hop culture in America and throughout the world. But hip hop is bigger than music entertainment. We don't look at hip hop as just music entertainment because in 1973, hip hop had no music. Hip hop was sampling from other diverse music. It was rock and roll, jazz, R&B, and you know, all type of different genres. Hip hop.
At that time,
yeah.
it was b-boying, fashion, language, knowledge. It was the mind state of the hip hopper. There wasn't really music yet. We just had the mind state of hip hoppers though, because it was there in the graffiti art that was already going on. All of the language that people were sharing with each other, the b-boying, like I said. So there was different elements that, and then, you know, the rapping came later. You know what I'm saying? So.
Right, facts. So, and this day also is important because it highlights what Kool Herc and Cindy did. They was, you know, Jamaican immigrants who came to America in 1967, and they came out of this building that we're in front of right now on Sedgewick Avenue on Hip Hop Boulevard. You know, 1520 Sedgewick Avenue. And it highlights, you know, Kool Herc and Sister Cindy, and the reason why that's so important because they need to get their just due for what they did for hip hop and what they did to transform, you know, not just American culture but world culture with hip hop.
Word. So shout outs to Cool DJ Herc. Shout out to his sister Queen Pep, aka Cindy. You know, and the reason why Jaja said 1600s because shout outs to KRS-One. He grew up in 1600 Sedgewick Ave, which is right down the street and shit. So, you know, all of this right here is history. This is where a lot of things, a lot of the culture was pulled together.
And it's also American, it's American history. It's not just African American history because it was so many diverse cultures. It's Caribbean culture, like we said, Kool Herc and Cindy, they from Jamaica. You had people from Barbados, from Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, African Americans.
Like the graffiti to the b-boy. You have a lot of Latino culture involved in it as well. You know what I mean? And of course, shout out to the DJs. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Word. Well, I appreciate y'all, yo. Peace.
Peace.
Y'all enjoy the afternoon.
No doubt. 50 years of hip hop, 50 years forward.
Nice. All right, and what is your name?
My name is Victor, and I also go by Vix.
Nice. So what does today mean? What does this building mean to you?
Basically, this is where Kool Herc and Coca Rock, they started their parties. You know, they did it in their building, and they became the blueprint for what would later become hip hop. So it's pretty important, I would say, yeah.
And how has your life been influenced by hip hop?
Well, I've always remembered hip hop in my life since the beginning. So, you know, I was a dancer. I grew up as a dancer. You know, my parents were salsa dancers, and when I saw b-boying, I knew that was for me. So I just started breaking at a young age, and now I'm 38. You know what I'm saying? I'm a part of the Mighty Zulu Kings, which is a historical b-boy crew, and you know. I teach all over, I travel, I dance, and I DJ, so it means everything to me.
Word. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Be safe. You'd like to introduce yourself, my friend?
What's up, everybody? Peace. Baba Israel, MC, beatboxer, hip-hop artist, theater artist, and just grateful to be here in the Bronx, Sedgewick Ave.
And so what does today mean for you?
To me, it's a spiritual day because, you know, hip-hop was a major transformation in my childhood, a major beacon of creativity, of cultural resistance, of education, of learning, of access to information that wasn't in the school system. And so, this is one of the important places in terms of the birthing of this culture. And, my whole life for the last 30 years has been driven by hip hop. And so I have to come pay my respects. And, place matters, place is important. So it's good to see this area being acknowledged. I hope, main thing I'll say is that let this not be just a one-off. Like, let this energy and this investment, lead to some sustainable projects and, work for the pioneers. And, but I'm glad there's so many artists again to perform. And, there's so much to learn from the old school MCs. As an MC, they were masters of showmanship, of theatricality, of crowd interaction. And I think, we got to stay close to that. So it's just really to, you can look around. There's people of all ages here. There's people, writing in black books. There's people showing each other graffiti pieces. It's a participatory experience. Hip hop is folk culture. It's not a consumer culture. And so, I can feel that energy here. What up, Tara? Good to see you. Much love.
What would you like to see in the next 50 years?
I would like to see greater gender balance in hip hop, more respect, less homophobia in hip hop, less transphobia in hip hop. I would like to see, both a preservation of traditions, but also an embracing of innovation and new evolutions of the music and the dance. I also want to see, I think one thing we can get better next time is not just a focus on the rap element, but an embracing of all the different disciplines of hip hop. And I want to see more of that in the future. I know a lot of my friends who are dancers and DJs felt a little left out from the festivities because there hasn't been, there's been some events, but there hasn't been the same level of acknowledgement paid to those art forms, which are less easy to commodify.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate it, yo. Peace. How can
Much
people
love.
find you?
Peace at Baba Israel, BABAISRAEL. Best place to find me on any social media. And get at me, connect, see what I'm up to.
All right, bet. Appreciate
Peace.
it. Peace.